Welcome. This is Mr. Side Hustle. Today I am driving for Amazon Flex. I took on a 4 hour route from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And this was the worst trip ever to get to one package. I'm standing at a crossway. The GPS sends me this direction. And I'm thinking I'm just going just a little bit down on this road. The road wasn't completely dry, but I said, okay, let's go ahead. We'll go on. And this is why I tell people if you're going to do Amazon Flex, yes, go to YouTube and watch all the videos you can, because if you're not used to riding on dirt roads and isolated places, far from people, far from the city, then this may not be the gig or the job for you. Granted that, I have some protection in case something happens, weapons and different things like that on me, being out here in the middle of nowhere. And I don't like to take a lot of these roads, but I didn't have any option as far as another road to take. I could have not have delivered the package, but I didn't think I was going to experience what I experienced going down this road. And so I'm a little uneasy, but as I'm going, I'm looking at the GPS, and GPS is good and signal is good. But I start slowing down because I'm like, wait a minute, it's just not feeling right. If something is not feeling right, or you feeling uncomfortable about going down, look at that little narrow bridge. Going down a road or making a delivery, just turn around. And I ran into a bunch of turns here and turn there. There was no signs or nothing. So I was strictly dependent on the GPS to get me to the location. But what I don't know is at this moment, I don't know that I'm actually on the wrong road. Even though the GPS has me on this road, this is not the road that I should have been on. When I was at that two road crossing, I should have took the right instead of the left. Here's another one. And see, I see tire tracks. So I'm like, okay, well, apparently people travel these dirt roads. All right. I should have took that turn as well. But the GPS was telling me to go this direction. And so there are no signs, there are nothing. And lo and behold, I am traveling on a road that's going to change up real quickly. And I'm going to know that I F up. And as you can see, I am in the middle of the woods. There's another turn, no signs, just following the GPS. And I noticed that the road is getting longer, smaller, tighter. The conditions of the roads are getting worse. So I actually start speeding up. I'm like, I got to get off this road. But there would seem like no end to this road. Look at that water. I'm like, man, I cannot get stuck. I'm an hour and something away from home. There is another. I don't know which way to go, but I'm following the GPS. And so the road started getting smaller. I'm like, okay, but it's telling me to go this way. This is the direction that I'm supposed to be going. And I noticed that the road is getting narrow and narrow and narrow. And I'm noticing that I'm feeling this uncomfortable feeling. And I'm going to go a little bit farther, and then I'm going to stop and really try to, catch myself and be like, wait a minute. You know, do I need to bag up? But I am on a tight, narrow road, and I start thinking, man, if a car comes down this road, how are we gonna get by each other? So several things started ringing in my mind, at this time. And there's another turn. I'm like, okay, I'm following GPS. Now the road is getting even tighter, and I'm like, this is why I would not recommend women. A lot of women do it. I wouldn't want my wife to do it. To be out here in the middle of nowhere where something happened, you by yourself, you stuck. You look at yes. At this moment, I'm like, no, I don't effed up. Something ain't right. The road is getting tighter. And then I noticed that, the limbs are rubbing against the outside of my van. At some point, it's going to get so tight. I'm trying to bag up and I can't. And that shaking, that's my back tire spinning because the ground is so soft. So I'm like, let me go forward a little bit. Then let me try to speed backwards and try to get out of this spot. But lo and behold, I can't. So I have no other option but to keep going. And so I'm like, oh man, I messed up. All right, let's keep going farther, just kind of see. And on the GPS, it shows at this moment that I'm having to turn around. And I'm like, turn around where? And so my side mirrors get swiped in. And I'm like, wait a minute. I got to see if I can turn around. But I guess a couple of days before it rained. This is in a part of Florida. It rained, and I'm like, I'm possibly stuck. I'm like, this road is getting too narrow, and I'm on a E150 van. This is the back angle view, and I'm like, I could back up and turn around, but that ground was too soft. I'm like, you know what? I don't have no choice but to keep going. I don't know what the end is going to be, but I'm like, how do I even call for help? If I want to call for help, can I even be located? And I'm like, man, I messed up taking this route. And, I'm just like, I'm going to keep going. And at this point, I almost got stuck there. And I came to this part and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm out of here. But then I realized the GPS tells me I should have took a right turn because the customer is right down that road. So I'm like, okay, I got to try to figure out because I was out. I'm like, I don't even care no more. But I'm like, I don't went this far and I don't come this far. I'm like, I can go on and deliver the package. And so I find some grass that I can bag up into without getting stuck. And so I'm like, let me get bagged up. I'm gonna turn around and I'm going to make this delivery to this customer and I'm out of here. So I turn around and thank goodness I didn't get stuck turning around in the grass and I keep going and I really almost passed the house. As I'm coming up to it, but it was muddy. It was water everywhere. I mean, this was awful. At some point, Amazon got to get to the point of saying, listen, customers, when your road, that's the house right there to the left. When y'all roads are this bad, y'all got to go to your post office to get your packages or figure out a location at the end of the road where our drivers don't have to come down these types of roads and get stuck. And guess what? I only had a small little plastic bag. All of that for a small plastic bag to deliver to this customer. And the lady was so nice. She told me, she said, go back the way you came, but keep straight on the road. Not that crazy path that I came. And she said, just keep straight. If you get stuck, call me or my husband. I'll call my husband. We'll come get you out with a 4-wheeler. She says, I left a note, for y'all to leave it at the end of the road. This road that I'm on now, which is I turned around and passed her house and kept straight on. And she was like, this road is bad too. She said, but at the end of this road, there was a mailbox and you could have stopped there and called us and would have came. She said, I left a note, but there was no note. But on this road getting back, there was big, deep mud puddles. And again, I'm on a Ford E150 that sits kind of high. Good thing I had some new tires, good tread. But listen, my anxiety level was shot through the roof. Look at that water. I'm a grown man. And if that freaked me out, I can't even imagine what it would do to a female out here by herself. And granted, at our station, I see more women coming in running flex than men. But I would not want my wife to do any of this. Imagine they have shift that's from 4 to 8 p.m. 5 to 9 p.m., 5 to 10 p.m. Could you imagine being on something like this at night? Man, I couldn't even imagine.